Was I on mute this whole time? What a
I
delicious
think
night.
I think you were, and that's why I was like, wow, this is like all of a sudden I just lost my hearing and I don't know what's
What
going
a
on. It's just
what a
so.
glorious and delicious nightmare to start things off. This is, you know what? This is such a great way to kick things off and be real about the technical side of things. So let's try that again. Hello, my friends. Welcome to TRU. My name is Alicia Ashcroft. My pronouns are she, her, and I'm the writer and storyteller for the Faculty of Student Development. Did you hear that, Jesse?
I did hear that time. Yeah, I did. My name is Jesse Gorcho. I'm a student recruiter advisor at Thompson University as well. And this is a great intro. Sorry, this is like I'm now like I did hear that. What did I hear? Who knows what I heard? So my name is Jesse Gorcho, student recruiter advisor at Thompson University. And happy to be with you here today. I also just want to start off by mentioning that our university. We want to acknowledge that Thompson Rivers University is located on Tecumseh to Secwepemc territory within the unceded traditional lands of the Secwepemc Nation.
Thank you, Jesse. I have to acknowledge your fantastic sweatshirt. You're serving all kinds of TRU anniversary realness.
Right there, 50 years, baby.
Yeah, and I am also, my back to school outfit, I'm wearing a chic blazer with some lounge pants. It is a back to school look for the age. So I'm comfortable, but you know, super presentable.
And you know, that's all that really matters. There's not many years in the past 50 years. I don't think there's ever been as comfortable orientation as this one. Like I'm sure people could have been wearing pajamas in their real life in-person orientation, but this is probably the first virtual orientation in 50 years.
And I hope we have some folks just wearing their comfiest comfy pants. And as you know, we've said, Jesse, orientation does look a little different this year than you expected, right? It's you know, me zoning out at the very beginning of the.
Very accurate. Very accurate.
I was having a meditation moment and time got away from me. So time management, that's very important. So while this isn't the traditional first day of university, we can still luxuriate in that back to school feeling because campus services have been hard at work all summer long to ensure that you have a robust learning experience and feel connected to all of those support services available to you.
Exactly. And I also want to mention that everyone hopefully has their phone handy today. That's how wiggly my phone is. I didn't want to show you the other side because it's broken there. So that's as you can see. Don't ignore what my phone looks like. But you'll need it later on for a little game. But in the meantime, too, on your phone, follow us on social media. So TRU Student Life on Instagram and Facebook. This is a great way for you to stay tuned. Stay in tune for upcoming contests, helpful content, virtual events, and workshops. And you'll also be receiving newsletters throughout the year. So keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, those newsletters will be your roadmap to your new to TRU experience. So just give them a skim. Just check when you get that little email, just double check, just go all the way through. And of course, TRU Student Life, there's all kinds of fantastic information, and that's just in time. So do stay with us during the year. Now, you know, in a live ceremony, the platform party would be sitting on the stage before you and sharing in the excitement that is your first day at TRU. So who is the platform party, you ask? That's a great question. The platform party is a collective of faculty, deans, and TRU leaders like the president and vice chancellor. Now that is just one person, by the way. When you are that big a deal, they give you two titles. The platform party welcomes you at orientation, and they'll congratulate you at convocation. It's just a very full circle moment. But this year, they will be appearing by the power of the montage.
all of us, I think, remember our first experience of university and our first day.
I was both excited and afraid, I think, on my first day.
A little bit of nervousness and fear and all of those things are all natural. It's a part of it.
I'm a first-generation university student, and I found that I had to learn how to learn. Academic learning did not come natural to me.
What I learned was I didn't really know myself that well.
It's a really interesting time in people's lives when there are so many possibilities and so much that's new on that first day attending a big institution.
After that first day, after meeting a few people, we began to make plans and we began to be involved with things. Within a day, that fear just switched right off, and it was excitement.
Get involved with something that jazzes you, something that excites you, and something with people that you think you want to hang out with and you want to do things with.
This is the time for exploration. You're exploring the knowledge, you're exploring the world, you are actually also exploring yourself.
You're not going to know everything, but go in being kind to yourself and trust yourself.
It is not shameful or bad to get help if you need help.
No one can do anything on their own. We all need help, we all need advice, and finding a good mentor is just so important.
I would really encourage people that if there is something that you are struggling with, don't wait until the struggle is too big to tackle. Get help when you need it.
You know, diversity is immense here. So when you're in university, you have this perfect opportunity to be introduced to new cultures, to new ways of thinking, with people with different backgrounds and belief systems, and to listen. Listen to that.
Sometimes when you say research for a first-year student, that becomes translated into something that other people do. But I want people to know, students to know, that TRU prides itself on its support for undergraduate research.
Take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way. Step out of your comfort zone and do things you otherwise wouldn't try or think you're able to do, because you'll be surprised at what you can accomplish.
Good luck to all the new students to TIU. I'm sure you're going to have an excellent learning experience, and it is the lifelong experience is going to be what you make of it.
You've got this, and we've got you when you need some help, when things are just a little bit different from what we all expected. We're going to be okay.
Well, that was a lot of pearls of wisdom right there, just for one highlight reel. So keep an eye out for extended interview segments throughout the year. Hey, Alicia, didn't you do these interviews?
Why, Jesse, thank you so much for pitching it that way. Yes, absolutely. I have to say, I love that video. I'm so proud of that. And it was such a treat to connect with TRU leaders over the summer and to hear about that first day of school nervousness, to hear about struggles, failures, mistakes, and of course, growth from our deans. I think it's pretty cool, and it's a good reminder that we all have work to do, but that you can still achieve professional goals and dreams, even if you stumble a little bit along the way. So yeah, I really enjoyed chatting with everyone about their experience and their professional pathway.
That's fantastic. I think it was a really good montage. I'm looking forward to the other extended highlight reels in the future. But I also want to get a little bit into intercultural learning. As a TRU alumni of the SOBI program, so School Business and Economics, and now employee of TRU and a second generation Canadian, I've had many opportunities to engage in a lot of meaningful equity, diversity, and inclusion development on campus. And I've met so many colleagues and students of diverse backgrounds that I'm still friends with till this day. So the campus community always makes you feel like you fit in, and I love that aspect of TRU. As part of our academic journey, we will be learning and unlearning when committing to equity and anti-racism work. TRU is a culturally diverse community with faculty, staff, and students representing Indigenous, regional, national, and global communities. Increasing our intercultural understanding continues to be a priority at TRU, as our values are inclusion and diversity, community-mindedness, and curiosity and sustainability. Our vision is to be a community minded with a global conscious, and to be a place where all people are empowered to transform themselves, their communities, and the world. So now it's also time to get out those phones. But if you don't have a phone, of course, you can use a tablet, computer, some electronic device that you can actually go to menti.com with. So menti.com. And what you're going to do is that you're going to put on a screen. You can put a code in on that screen, which is 1474141. And once you do that, you'll be brought up to the site, and we're going to be playing a little game, a couple questions.
Oh, I love it. And again, we'll give that number 1474141. I don't know. I felt like I just wanted to do it in a very like game show host.
Well, I also think we're like it's like feels like an BC variety show. We're just like, so our today's number for donations is 1441. Actually, I almost screwed up the number. Actually, let me try that one more time. 1474141. That one more time. That is 1474141. We can't wait. We have many volunteers here to take your call. Just kidding. It's not a phone number, everyone. It's just a game.
All right. Okay. Are we on the Menti?
It looks like we are on the Menti. So I love it. I love how we're getting going here. So one of the first questions here is going to be write hello in the language you know. So I know there's quite a few people attending today, and I'm sure you guys have so many different languages out there, and that diversity, we want to hear about it. So we'll see some coming in here on the screen. Ooh, bonjour is always I love a good bonjour, you know, in the morning.
Yes. Yes.
Hola.
What else? Yeah. Oh, namaste. Yeah, I love that.
I didn't know namaste means hello. Does it mean hello? I didn't know.
Well, it's a greeting. It's
yeah, I guess so.
Light be on light and you. Bonjour is just right there in the center.
It is. And do you know what? I'm just that person that, you know, likes the meme that says namaste in bed. So that would have been me this morning, but I guess I have something to do. So
also, I think there's a goodbye in there. That's
nice.
the thing.
I saw hi and hello, which is also a good one. Hi and hello. I like it.
It's like goodbye. No, I mean hello. Sorry.
You know what? And for me, a lot of them are a little bit smaller, so I would love to share all of these, but some of them are quite small print, unfortunately, and I won't be able to read all of these. But there's some really good ones in here. Bonjour just doesn't want to leave. Bonjour just doesn't want to leave. That's all there is to it.
Bonjour is at the center. Okay.
Yes, I think we will go on to the next question now. Where are you in the world right now? Again, with this virtual world that we're living in this interesting times, you could be viewing this orientation from anywhere, truly. So it's really interesting to see where you guys are from.
Wow. Okay. This is very exciting. Where's the furthest away that you're seeing, Jess?
I see India right now. Oh no, United Emirates. Well, that's I think farther. You know, don't test my geography right now, okay? Don't test.
Now my question is, I'm sort of like, what time is it in different places in the world? So I'd love to hear about that in the chat.
That's true, yeah, because I remember we used to do, there's been events throughout the summertime too, and some students would be visiting, like watching this at 1:30 in the morning. So I hope if that is the case for you, I hope you're gonna get some sleep after this. That's really sleep in tomorrow. Hopefully you don't have an early morning class. But Canada's standing out, which is great. You know, it's always amazing that there was many students from across this country viewing the orientation today. And again, as more comes in, the smaller it gets. So I have trouble reading them. Bangladesh, I saw that one. Yeah, nice. And there's some from Vancouver. Vancouver is always a popular one. So there's a lot of students just located about 3 hours away from us. So that's awesome. And I think we're gonna go into the next one. So what languages do you speak?
All right.
Unfortunately, myself, I'm like 1 1/4. Really, I'm just English, barely any Italian, but I try to get by once in a while.
Now, is your Italian mostly food related?
It is really just saying to people, please feed me more. I want more of that delicious pasta in my mouth. Is what I'm trying to say.
Gnocchi, yes. Your mama makes good gnocchi. Let's just give a shout out to Mama Guercio.
She'll love it. She's gonna open up her own business now. What have you done? Now I have to do the social media for her. This is gonna be a lot. Anyways,
what delicious food does your mama make?
Yeah, this will be a new segment right now. No, just kidding. We're getting some good languages here. We're getting French. Ooh, French is standing out, which is awesome. I see Russian, Arabic. English in there, Portuguese. We're getting quite a few. I love this one, actually. There's a lot of different ones here. Japanese. Again, as it gets smaller, always hard to see.
Oh, and I just did give a shout out. It is 11 p.m. in India. Thank you for responding there. Oh yeah, there's a couple different times there. Yeah, so it's yeah. So that's just as an FYI. So thanks for folks for just staying up late to be with us.
Exactly. Hopefully you make it until a little. It's like an evening party now. We should have made this like almost like a just an evening mix and mingle. But
just a midnight orientation extravaganza.
Yeah. It's like one of those book launches, right? It's just it's at midnight. It's like, oh, guess what? TRU is now available. No. Okay. Anyways, we're going to the.
Ready to go on to the next one?
Yeah. How many nations are represented at TRU? So we'll wait for a couple of entries into this one.
Oh, what do we see here? What have we got? Some numbers here. This is very exciting. I feel like this is a racehorse moment. We've got 67, 79, 27, 6. What?
We got horse that has a. Anyway, I really
I feel like you kind of very quickly segued to like horse racer to like a what is it? Auctioneer
person? Are we thinking of?
What's the word for it? Oh my goodness, an auctioneer.
Weird. It's like I said that. I don't know. Strange.
Did you say that?
Yeah, like 4 times.
Did you? Did you?
Yeah.
All right, well,
we were too occupied by the amazing nations being represented here at TRU. So there's actually people are guessing quite a bit with how my screen's broken down. I don't know if I can see the majority answer here. It looks like quite a bit. We're getting quite a few numbers here, but I'm gonna
just take another second here. Actually, I was going to say really quick though, it's 5:15 in Christchurch, New Zealand. So just as an FYI, folks are staying up late, but they're also getting up early. So just a shout out to our friends in New Zealand, which I'm fairly certain is a different day there.
Yeah. This is actually September 9th. They should be starting courses right now.
All right, Jesse, go ahead. Sorry to step on your toes there.
No, that was good. You know what? I know you've it's a soft spot in your heart there.
New Zealand.
So the nations are probably going to be around 120. We have about 87 countries internationally that are represented at TRU, but if you include all the indigenous nations, the number would likely be more than 120. So indigenous students represent many BC nations. So let me try my best at pronouncing some of these. So such as Haida, Shimshian, Ketunaha, Haisla, and from across the country, including Métis and Inuit nations. So Intercultural Learning, Dr. Kyra Garson says, it's our responsibility to do the work. There's lots of resources from a TED Talk to a podcast, and we are also learning and unlearning, and we are happy for you to join us on that journey. So we're going to conclude this segment with a video to further explain intercultural understanding. At, should I say the link here? Is that going to help people? www.youtube.com.
No, that's just the YouTube link, Jess. Don't have to say that.
Watch question mark. Like, I don't know why there's a question mark in the link. You wonder why that might be in the case. It's very
that's just a little behind the scenes link there, Jess. That's okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. My bad.
But yeah, I think we're
quiet tab.
We can go.
Thompson Rivers University is located on the traditional and unceded territory of the Secwepemc. It is important to acknowledge the territory, the people, and the language from where we are. Wai huskuk halt isquist tushiltaku I shoma squist metalda chilhitia kintel spachman. We all live on this earth, and so we all need to be together and work together and get to know each other. Learning other cultures really kind of makes you look at your culture. Here at House 5 is a perfect place because we always welcome everybody into this house. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you are.
There is an incredible diversity in the student population, but Diversity in and of itself is not an end goal. We want to see people actually engaging and having meaningful communication across difference. There really needs to be a supportive environment in order to create that engagement. What we do at Intercultural Learning is just really support and create initiatives that can help people to bridge across difference.
Learn about how to properly approach new cultures and how to properly convey my culture too.
If we learn about each other, it allows us to form this unity, and well, unity is strength.
Developing those transversal skills, such as the ability to communicate across cultures, is a crucial asset in higher education and beyond.
To help students to understand the beauty of differences in each individual and make a better world to live in.
To promote inclusion and cultural understanding.
We have a lot more things to appreciate and learn from each other.
When you come from a place of intercultural understanding, you come from a place of empathy and compassion.
If I know the other people's cultural and I can solve the problem.
It gives you a strong idea and a belief that humanity and respect matters the most.
I believe that sharing gives us more than just knowledge. We get a chance to begin to understand each other.
If you're approaching this with the attitude of wanting to learn and an open heart, then there's a lot of really amazing things that can happen.
Oh my goodness. And what a great video that was. And I just want to point out that we'll be sharing some equity and anti-racism resources through the Intercultural Learning Office, and we'll be rolling that information out shortly, but it is on the website. So, you know, when it comes to student life, there is a whole lot of learning, a ton of growth. Hopefully you're having, you know, some fun and feeling connected along the way. Of course, there will be struggles and frustration, so it's really important to know that there are a lot of personal and social supports at TRU. So TRU counselors, they promote and support career development, academic success, and the personal growth of all TRU students. So you can schedule a virtual counseling session by emailing studentservices@tru.ca, or you can leave a voicemail so you can reach out to make an appointment, and we'll have that information up. We are moving into some potentially triggering subject matter, so I do invite you to care for yourselves as you see fit in this moment. Take a breath. Gently zone out, and know that this information is regarding services that support survivors on their road to recovery. So the Sexualized Violence Prevention and Response Office offers a wide variety of supports for recent and historic survivors. So simply put, sexualized violence is any unwanted or unsolicited act targeting a person's sexuality, gender identity, or expression, and whether that act is physical or psychological in nature. So this could look like unsolicited pictures, stealthing, exploitation, touching, or assault. So as the Sexualized Violence Prevention and Response Manager, Sarah Coyle supports survivors and victims of assault in a variety of ways and provides education to the university community about consent, relationships, and receiving disclosures of violence. So if you've had this experience, whether it's recent or historic, so whether this happened a week ago or a couple years ago, you can receive support from the SV office. Now, if someone discloses to you, you want to believe them, listen, provide empathy, and don't ask too many questions. You just want to sit with that person and just hear them and direct them to Sarah so she can help with next steps. Again, this content can be challenging. Counseling is available on campus and in the community, so please don't hesitate to look after your mental well-being. Lastly, the TRU Wellness Center. So this is an on-campus space, but in the age of distancing, the team will be available for virtual health consultations on topics such as nutrition, stress management, sexual health, healthy relationships, sleep hygiene, responsible drinking, and naloxone training. Whew, I think there's a lot of information there. Jesse, are you still with me?
You know, I'm still with you. That was a lot, but I always appreciate the quick water break I was able to have in there as well. But because we have a lot of information to share today, and we already have shared a lot. But with it being the first day, we know that you might not know what you're gonna get, what you're gonna need yet, or how to get it again, or what are the resources. So please, follow along on our website, but also our social media channels like Instagram and YouTube, which have amazing resources that you can check in with whenever and from whatever you need. So I think TRU Student Life is a really good one, a really popular one.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, checking in with the Student Services Desk, earlier on you referenced that Just Ask, which means that you could connect with anyone in the Faculty of Student Development, and whether or not it's our unit or department, we will guide you for your next step. So I think that's really important. But yeah, I can't say enough about TRU Student Life. It's a great place to get answers to your questions. And a little shout out, we will be doing some takeovers on TRU's Instagram account, but we're just going to continue having lots of live interactive events coming up so you can connect in real time, face to face.
Real time? You can't get any better than that. Who knows? There might be more, we really took over August. We really took over the Instagram channels, and we're doing something special, burning questions with Alicia and Jen. But yes, of course, talking about questions, we really want you to just ask, whatever services, whatever questions you have. Again, there's resources and there's ways for you to ask TRU, and then we can provide you the answer. So we got some time for some questions. You can add yours to the chat box here in this virtual orientation here through Microsoft Teams. But in the meantime, let's talk about a couple more supports. So academic supports. These are all kinds of academic supports to help you understand course content and help you prepare for assignments, papers, presentations, and exams. We've got the Writing Help Center, we've got the Math Help Center, Supplemental Learning, and the library are all great resources. And all these services will be available virtually this fall, so check them out.
It's also exciting too, in particular, the Writing Center has a whole bunch of videos that we'll be sharing over the semester. But Jenna from the Writing Center would say is you make a couple appointments in advance, and that's a really great way to stay on track with your assignment. So just a little tip on your first day. Now, we have received a lot of questions about mentorship opportunities. So there's various mentorship groups on campus that will be continuing virtually. But maybe you're not ready to be a mentor, but by all means, it's so great to have a mentor, because as a new student, it can be really overwhelming to come to a new school or maybe a new city, meet new people, adapt to a new level of education, and of course, navigate any challenges you might have with remote learning. So orientation and transition ambassadors are an incredible support as a mentor to help make your first year as successful as possible. So all new to TRU students, including transfer and the CHUR students, have the option to be paired with one of these upper year student mentors. And I just cannot say enough about the importance of mentorship. So definitely don't hesitate to make a connection.
That's amazing, and I think you said a perfect amount, just so I can segue into career and experiential learning. Yes. So it's actually how I put my foot in the door at TRU, in the sense of doing a co-op work term or cooperative education. But they offer a variety of services, from resume writing, interview skills, job searches, and as I just said, the co-op programming and amazing volunteer opportunities to kind of get you also out of your shell while you're here at TRU. So it's never too late to start early. Don't wait until your third and fourth year to look at these professional opportunities or pathways that you can do while a student at TRU, because they can lead into your full-time career after graduation.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, first year, it's a perfect time to at least ask some questions and get a sense of what you think your pathway would look like or what it should look like. And again, if you have no idea what you'd like to do when you grow up, I know it took me some time, but it's totally fine, and career would be really beneficial with that. And actually, I've been working with a co-op student over the summer, and it's been really cool to see their growth and how it works alongside the classroom. And again, here's an opportunity that would look great for the resume. There's an upcoming virtual leadership conference series. So the purpose of this conference is to encourage aspiring and active student leaders to explore their knowledge, skills, and values as they relate to leadership. Now, this conference, you know, it used to be a half day, and of course, the times have changed, but it's going to run once a week from September 14th to October 9th. So really bite-sized, digestible portions that you're able to sort of layer that learning experience over the fall. And you can check out the webpage for more information and to register, which is tru.ca/leadership.
Perfect. Yeah, you know what? Those conferences have been amazing the past few years. So it's nice that we can still continue those kind of conferences, just a little bit more virtually this year. But I also want to give an update to about classes starting. So classes do start tomorrow, or I guess if you're in New Zealand, that possibly might be today. But depending on your time zone, but September 9th is the start date for classes. And if you've not heard anything from your faculty just yet on how classes are going to be proceeding, please make sure to check your MyTRU email account. And if you have that forwarded to a personal email like Yahoo, Hotmail, Gmail, please check those junk folders that are being forwarded to those personal email accounts, and to check into the actual MyTRU email account through your MyTRU student portal. Because if there's no email to check in your email account, maybe go into Moodle to see if you have any of the classes under your My Courses tab. So if you have one of those classes there, click into it and check out the course outline and syllabus. If neither of these options have been fruitful for you, please email your faculty member right away, and you can find out their email confirmation or their email contact. Typically, it's going to be first initial and last name @tru.ca, but if you have their name, you just go on our website and on the top search bar and just hit find a person. There'll be a little button there, and then you just type in the faculty's name.
I love it. Put your little button there. I'm just having a look at the questions and just seeing that there's lots of responses, but we did have a question about picking up your student card. So again, you can check that out under campus services, and we'll see if Julie has any additional thoughts about that. But you can get your campus card sorted, and you can send your photo. And again, this is all the information here at tru.ca/current/campus services /campus card. So we can post that in there as well. We'll just check in. Is there any other questions?
I think there is a couple questions that have been kind of published in the main chat here. Is the TRU gym open? I'm wondering if they mean TRU gym as the gymnasium or the Terminated Capital Center, which is right beside our campus, which I believe the Terminated Capital Center, might be opening up soonish. I believe in that sense. I just read that that's kind of more of a City of Kamloops decision, not TRU. But the TRU gym itself, or gymnasium, I'm not 100% sure on the status of that gym just yet. As we don't have many students on campus, that is something that will have to be discussed and make sure it's safety protocols if we are going to have any students there.
But yeah, definitely TRU Recreation, I think, are going to be offering some really cool virtual options, and we will be updating on that. Someone's asking if there's a composting recycling program at TRU. You can definitely connect with TRU Sustainability about all of their programming. I know that there is a compost there, but I don't know if that's being used during this era. Our class is going to be pre-recorded. That's going to be a question, I think, for your instructor. Some will be synchronous, some will be asynchronous. And actually, I love, this was one of my favorite things from future students. Someone said, if you're kind of having a hard time remembering which one is which, synchronous, she said think of synchronized swimming, and it's all happening at the same time. So I was like, that's a great tip. So some classes might be recorded, some might not be, so that would be a great question. I see Julie is responding to a question about orientation. And again, if you haven't heard from one of your classes yet, I would just reach out to your instructor and check in. So yeah, things are together.
There is a question about books as well. Can we still pick up books at the bookstore? So I believe majority of books, when you order online, if you pay over typically, I think $50, and you're buying those books online, those books will be shipped to you for free. So wherever you're staying, I believe, as far as, so I don't want to make any big claims, wherever you're taking these courses, those books will be shipped to you. Because I believe the bookstore won't be. Is that correct? I believe it won't be open.
So the bookstore is open for online ordering only,
Yes.
with an option for pickup, but there is a
Okay.
free shipping option within Canada on textbook and merchandise orders of $50 before taxes. So there's again, you can check out the website, so thebookstore.tru.ca, and then again there's going to be a coupon code free ship 50. But there will be some pickup window hours that are happening between 9 and 12 and between 1 and 3 Monday through Friday. So yeah, there will be some options there. We'll check back in with our questions. Sorry, go ahead, Jesse.
I do want to mention it, and I know there's a lot of good questions being said, but you just said that free ship 50. If you've ever seen that Zeller's commercial that actually says like, it's like, I just want to clarify. It says, so SHIP. It's like ship my pants. Ship. So it's a great commercial. If no one's ever seen it, YouTube it. You're gonna have a great giggle today after this orientation. I definitely recommend you check it out. I've had a good giggle, and I just had to say that because today's gonna be a busy day, and I want someone to have a laugh.
I think our team behind the scenes is having a good giggle. And again, people are asking questions about co-op during their second year. Again, I definitely highly recommend checking in with career and experiential learning. What I'll say is, there is just a support and a solution for just about anything. And we're going to be sharing this as well, but we do have some content around preparing for a virtual appointment as well. And, we're going to have career content coming out about virtually networking and figuring out all those pieces. Okay, I see we've got orientation and transition responding. They'll get a thumbs up from the team that we're ready to move on, because I know there's a big day ahead.
Yes,
Jesse,
big day indeed.
You want to give the overview?
I would love to give the overview of orientation week. So I never know if I'm actually live when I do this, so I could just be doing this to myself. So this week, if you're around the Kamloops region, students can come by campus to pick up from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to pick up a welcome swag bag from the TRU campus, which will include a TRU shirt, lanyards, pens, and etc. Of course, if you're not on campus and we on campus or in Kamloops, we've seen that from the questions earlier, you can actually go through an online registration form to get these same kind of orientation swag bags. So that's really good. Fill that up on the website and we'll be able to send that to you. Also, there are going to be multiple webinars on how to help you throughout the week. So there'll be webinars such from like a mix and mingle, which will be really fun and interactive, to webinars on how to learn virtually or use the library virtually, learning from peer supports, and how to learn in an alternate learning environment, which a lot of us, as employees, of course, a lot of us as students are going to be learning to do that this upcoming semester. So the list is endless, and please check out the schedule at tru.ca/orientation.
/. I don't know why every time it has to come with a hand gesture.
It does. You're right.
Oh my goodness, friends, this day marks a brand new chapter where anything is possible. There is a world of education that is awaiting you. Are you ready? Are you excited? Are you like totally freaking out? That's okay. Of course, with opportunity comes many challenges, and as the semesters progress, know that you are not alone, and that support, whether personal, social, or academic, is available. So at TRU, we want you to discover positive and prosperous pathways without sacrificing health or happiness along the way. So right now, in this moment, take a deep breath and set the intention to succeed. That does not mean perfection. It is not just about convocation and career. Sometimes it is about surviving the elements. It's about showing up every day with purpose and momentum and doing your very best, whatever that might be. So my advice to you as you embark on this new adventure, be patient with yourself and others. Be mindful of the moment. Organize your time. Make sure, the mute button has been turned off. Talk to your professors, check in with a counselor, join the virtual soup circle at Kapalkaton, ask for help whenever you need, and never, ever, 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 ever give up. Success is not accidental and failure is not permanent. So do remember that.
That is 1000% true. So thank you for sharing that, Alicia. And I won't go into my J Beebs rendition of Never Say Never. Never say never. Anyways, just a little bit for everyone. And I know the team's doing an amazing job in answering a lot of the questions that are out there, but I also want to kind of give just an amazing shout out today to thank everyone for being here today. After this session, each academic area will be hosting a session with specific information about your faculty or school. You can meet with some faculty members, some fellow students, so tune in throughout the day today. The links for all those sessions should have been sent to you by the amazing orientation team, or they can be found on the orientation website schedule. Finally, let's give a thanks to everyone who made it possible today, made today possible. Brett Fairbairn, President and Vice Chancellor, our entire platform party, Sarah Coyle, Dr. Kyra Garson, Bernie Clement, Alexis Edwards, Jay Beerhead, Gord Cuthbert, and the amazing and fantastic Alicia Ashcroft, and our whole orientation team for planning the whole day today.
And thanks to my fabulous co-host Jesse for singing and joining us today. But most of all, we would like to thank all of you new to TRU students for being here. Have an exceptional day, semester, and year. That was good.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, I think we really brought that home.
Yeah, I think this is now where we can do our karaoke bit. Is that we've done our